Up in the sky so big and blue lived a tiny cloud named Lou, soft and fluffy, light as air, floating gently everywhere. We perceive these drifting white shapes as weightless, but that delicate appearance masks a dense physical reality. Clouds are objects of immense mass. This diagram compares the mass of an average cumulus cloud to a more familiar heavy object. To balance the scale against the water vapor in a single cloud, you would need exactly 100 elephants. That white shape weighs approximately 1.1 million pounds. A million-pound mass suspended over the landscape is a staggering physical presence, regardless of how soft it appears from the ground. Since a cloud carries over 1 million pounds of mass, the standard laws of gravity should pull it directly to the ground. It stays aloft because of thermal updrafts. As solar energy heats the Earth's surface, the air directly above the ground warms and begins to rise. These columns of warm air move upward, pushing against the underside of the cloud. Every floating cloud is caught in a high-stakes balancing act. It is held in place by the constant tension between the downward pull of gravity and the upward pressure of thermal energy. So off he drifted, left to right, dancing in the golden light. That horizontal movement is the cloud entering the jet stream. This atmospheric river transports millions of tons of water across the planet at highway speeds. Solar radiation provides the energy that drives these massive wind currents. This golden light acts as the engine, steering water payloads across oceans and entire continents. This solar-powered transport system is the primary mechanism for moving freshwater from the sea to the interior of the land. He tickled mountains tall and proud. "Oh, what fun!" laughed Little Cloud. This diagram shows orographic lift. When a cloud encounters a mountain range, the landscape acts as a physical ramp, forcing the moisture-laden air to deflect upward. As the air is forced into higher altitudes, the atmospheric pressure drops. This causes the air mass to expand rapidly. Rapid expansion leads to a sudden drop in temperature. This cooling process reduces the air's capacity to hold water vapor, forcing the moisture to condense. Mountain ranges serve as the physical triggers that extract water from the passing atmosphere. Soon he felt a little heavy, full of raindrops, oh so many. Inside the cloud, microscopic droplets of water vapor are constantly colliding. As they merge, they form larger, denser drops. Eventually, the droplets reach a specific weight that the rising thermal updrafts can no longer support. Gravity overcomes the upward push of heat. The million-pound payload loses its buoyancy and falls to the Earth. Rain occurs at the precise moment the downward pull of gravity exceeds the upward force of the planet's heat. Plip, plop, down they fell, watering flowers in the dell. The children laughed and danced below, splashing in the puddles' glow. This is the delivery of a massive water payload from the atmosphere to the biosphere. This process replenishes the water table, feeds global agriculture, and sustains massive river systems that support human civilization. Without this atmospheric transport and delivery system, terrestrial life would have no consistent access to fresh water. Lou felt happy, light once more, ready for adventures galore. The cycle resets through evaporation. As the fallen water is heated by the sun, it returns to a gaseous state and begins to rise. The atmospheric engine is a closed loop. A cloud sheds its mass as rain, only to begin the process of rising and accumulating moisture again. So if you see a cloud one day, floating slowly on its way, wave and smile. It might be Lou, saying a cheerful hello to you. The simple rhymes of a children's poem reflect the constant, cyclical movement of water that sustains the planet.